Hello and welcome to the IEPS Unite Finals for 2026. Our two teams are ready to go, so we're going to jump straight into the action. Joining me, your lovely host, Red Rouge 1. I also have, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
You first, Monster.
Hi, I'm Triad Monster. Been into Unite for a while. Looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a strong one.
And I'm Cygnus. I've also competed in this tournament along with Monster in a different team, but we've both been playing Unite for some time, and we're excited to see how this is going to go for our grand finals. So, looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Right then, let's jump into the action.
Okay, so as UCL's the first seed, having gone into the finals, winning all of their games, they get the first pick in this draft. It'll be interesting to see what they actually prioritize against Coops, since Coops have quite a not fixed roster, but a roster that have been pretty consistent over the last few games. So interesting, they've gone for the Mew ban first, and they've gone for Psyduck on Coops' side. So targeting their kind of carries, but also their supports as well. And these seem like pretty big bans in general, to be honest. We've got Suicune and Blastoise coming in from Coops. These two mons have not really seen the light of day during
No,
tournament. A lot of bans have gone their way. Same for Vaporeon, although it's interesting to see Seru getting a ban as well.
yeah, and I think that's we'll see what impact that decision has.
Oh, okay, so they've gone for the Snorlax first pick, switching over from Psyduck. Usually Psyduck goes for either Suicune or Psyduck as their pick, but since both of those have been banned, I think they've given priority over to Grand Blue, who's taking the Snorlax. And
And
we've got Malik as well on Empoleon, who's been playing that pretty consistently throughout the tournament. So it's nice to see that as well. And then also Miraidon and Latias coming in from UCL. I haven't seen much of Latias from UCL, so this is quite new. Miraidon has been seeing quite a fair bit from Rubik's. And on Coop's side, we have what looks to be hovering over Dragapult and A9, along with Venu. It's quite an interesting bursty comp, isn't it? It's very rangy. Oh, never mind, they've switched to Hooper.
Support.
Yeah.
That is a strong pick.
Oh no, they've switched to they're keeping us on knowledge of us.
Do work, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to decide on all rounder, Machamp.
All rounder Machamp.
You know, a little bit of play.
Yeah. Usually, Deliapple likes playing. So Deliapple is green here. He usually plays Blaziken. So it's interesting to see him on Machamp. And then Bluey on his tried and true Talonflame. He's done a lot of work this tournament. Really good for burst, really good for flanking around the sides as well. Especially to catch this team off guard with Dragapult and A9, that he can really dive in and get some really early picks there. And then
they've decided the last minute switch from Hooper onto the Slowbro. I think the ult could be really impactful here, but
yeah,
let's see how it goes. I'm not sure.
Sorry, you go.
No, I'm not sure on the Crustle. It's sort of they've got a very interesting mix of like burst and bulk here, versus a very sort of all-rounded team on UCL.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see like how they approach, because UCL have quite a few divers. So they've got Lax who can jump in with Eject, Heavy Slam, obviously Machamp, and then Talonflame following up as well. On their side, on Coops, you've only really got Empoleon and potentially Crustle to like initiate. I guess Slowbro's there to like just bide time for Dragapult and A9 to get online, but we'll see how that goes. It looks like it based on the comps that I see in front of me, I think this is more in UCL's favor personally, but We'll see how Coops
Yeah, I
responds.
think so too. I think they've really got a good balance of strong Pokemon here.
Okay, and looks like we've got Talonflame jungling for UCL, and on the other side we've got Dragapult going for Coops. Miraidon and Snorlax from the bottom lane, so it looks like Miraidon can actually capitalize off of some early game secures, which they're really good at. A9 as well coming down.
Top seems we've got Piplup going in for the early scores, the stacks. Really important here.
And it looks like on bot lane on the other end, we've got A9 already at level 4, having gotten some early secures.
And the gank has started on top lane already. Very fast jungle clear.
Very early gank from Talon.
Follow.
Dragapult coming in to follow up. He might be able to get a pick on Machamp here. Yep, and potentially even on Latias.
Yeah, they are both down. Looks like
now it looks like he's on his own. Allowing Coops to get some early scores in so they can get a little bit of a head start on the Dragapult. Bluey trying to go for a little bit of a steal on some of the farm, but he takes some safety and goes back for being on half health. You can't really challenge 3 of them when your Machamp and Latias are joining in late.
Right, junglers are going back. Looks like bot lane is trying to push. Coops is trying to move forward on the UCL.
Slowbro's doing a really good job of just wasting their time trying to be a nuisance to them. Not necessarily trying to challenge the farm, but just trying to like take time away. Exactly.
Regidrago is up very shortly.
Both of the junglers already making their way to the middle. It looks like Dragapult's close to 8. Talonflame's hiding in the wings, trying to see if he could get a steal from this melting. That Dragapult's going in. I don't think Dragapult knows that it's Talonflame. Now he is, but he's going to be able to steal that. Oh, never mind. Dragapult got the kill.
Unfortunate. So they're going to tear through that Snorlax.
Snorlax is very low. They managed to get the kill on the Snorlax, but they got the
on Dracloak.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very good for Louis there.
And now that enables UCL to collapse on bot lane. It looks like now we've got quite a few people rotating down. Although we've got Empoleon also doing a bit of invade, trying to take away attention from Snorlax.
Looks like Dracloak is trying to farm up his power spike.
And there it is. Level 9. Numbers look pretty even on bot lane at the moment, although there's a bit of initiation happening from UCL. They get a kill on Slowbro here, just before Dragapult arrives. And they might be able to get a pick on A9 as well, because of the Machamp. And Dragapult follows afterwards. As soon as you isolate one of their ranged attackers, it's really tricky for them to bounce back.
Very difficult. Empoleon doing work on the top lane though, getting the secure of Alecki.
Managed to take that from Snorlax.
And Coops steal it.
Ooh, okay. The Crustle secure. Who would have expected that? They actually get some revenge kills here though on their side. Oh, but they've got the Talonflame too, so that goes in their favour.
Definitely.
Right now, you would say that the momentum has definitely shifted in Coops' favour. They had it up until when they got the A9 pick just before 7 minutes, but now it looks like they're on the front foot again.
Snorlax might be giving them a good portion of that XP back though.
Dragapult's super low.
Dragapult just getting out.
Yeah.
Looks like Empoleon's doing some invading. Got the red buff.
Invading, and Slowbro's doing their job in buying time to get the Dragapult out and safe. And now it's just Crustle against Latias, and actually there's quite a few people from UCL making
There's a full push on board.
5 man.
On.
So doing everything they can to buy as much time. But it looks like they will give up bot lane for the time being.
Not the worst overcap.
Oh, Empoleon going for an ult. Not really sure who's there to help follow up with him. Dragapult could maybe do something. God, that is quite deep, so now Dragapult needs to run away. Machamp's hidden in the bush, he could actually get a pick here. And there it is.
Yeah. But they're getting low. This is very... Oh, but it's just Crustle up.
Oh, a nice eject from Crustle as well to avoid the mission. Machamp will get out from that because they're too low, but they got the revenge kill on Crustle. Now it looks like they're all picking up.
Straight ripping top.
It's Snorlax going to get a cheeky steal here. No, not quite.
Unfortunate.
They might be able to
very
melt
close battle.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to go for a full push on top now. Dragapult's going in quite deep. They get caught out by the Machamp, and it looks like they are going back now.
Bottom objective is still all to play for. Coops is moving right through middle. Talon with the cheeky score, perhaps, or is he looking for a pick?
50. Oh no, Dragapult's gone to the same lane.
Oh.
Is he going to challenge him? Oh no, he's just...
What? Ooh.
Just kills him. Okay.
Alright.
From Talon's lane.
Ripping the objective again. Looks like he'll get that one easy.
A9's very low.
It's an interesting...
Yeah.
Doesn't get out.
Doesn't get out, and it looks like Russell might be trapped here from Snorlax's block. Slowbo's trying to avoid the danger as well, but it looks like he gets yanked by submission from Machamp 2. Coming up to 3 minutes now, 1 minute before the end fight. Both teams look fairly even in terms of levels. Coops might have the edge in terms of levels, but in terms of end game, it could go either way.
Coops playing it a little bit forward on top lane, the objective.
Yeah. Playing for that aggressive positioning for when the Lickey's going to spawn. So it looks like they will get this if Musiel aren't going to challenge for it. Musiel up on points.
Like they are. That is Coops.
So will Musiel defend this Eliki, or will they make their way towards the middle? It looks like there's a fight already going on right now.
Already on. Dragapult is risk, but Machamp goes down.
Taken out, yeah. And now Snorlax is falling.
Ooh, the Snorlax. Oh. Is it enough?
All of them. Talonflame's going in for a Unite. Gets the kill on A9. But they get the kill on Talon.
Ooh.
That could be what makes a difference for them now.
Snorlax just getting away to heal up. A back cap.
Well, they're going to take a Miraidon. Miraidon actually gets out. Oh no, it's Empoleon, sorry. Empoleon uses their Unite to try and survive. He actually gets out from the body barrier.
Oh, goes back in. Oh, the Latias are all...
Oh, he's living on a sliver of health. This Empoleon.
Dragapult is
so well
going
to feel
for the
yeah. Kyogo's very low. Talonflame might actually kill him.
Let's just go back. Is Musiel tearing through the rest. He's got 1 minute to get the score in.
Right now looks pretty dire for Coops with only 2 members of the team available and the 2 people that are up, 1 defenders that they could really challenge against 4 players. So it does look like this is going to be UCL game 1. Although anything can happen in 50 seconds.
That was a very unfortunate timing on how UCL got back to the Wraith at the...
Yeah, because it looked like...
Round pit, whatever it is.
Yeah. Coops were basically getting it down to about 20% left health in the middle, and then obviously you saw Machamp and Talonflame going in for added pressure. It's just shifted things there in their favour at the end. But it'll be interesting to see whether Boots have an answer for this next round, whether they choose to ban Talonflame or Machamp based on what they can do in the main fight in the middle, with getting that last securing.
Definitely.
Do they stick with their bans and go with Psyduck and Blastoise and Suicune, or do they switch it up?
It's a difficult choice because obviously UCL will play those characters.
It's like, what do you pick your poison? Do you want to let them have a Blastoise just control you everywhere you go, or do you want to let them get the final secure? It's really tricky.
Exactly.
Especially with UCL, where you've got so many players that have such a wide roster as well for like options. It just gives them a little bit of versatility.
So, you reckon? What do you reckon Coops can do to bring back Game 2? The bans, the plays.
I think
It was a very, very fair match, I think.
Yeah, it was very like they were winning a good number of team fights, but it's just finding the final kills on the Mons that really mattered, like the ones that can get that. So if they find a way to isolate either Machamp or Talonflame, if they choose to go that next round, maybe, I don't know, with an Umbreon me look or something, maybe that's an option. I haven't seen Coops play Umbreon all that much, but I think they've got an Umbreon.
I think they've popped up a few times through the tournament. Generally, interestingly enough, the Snarl set is their usual go-to.
Okay.
But
and then I suppose they would have yeah. You probably pair it with a healer as well. Then in that case, if Umbreon's there to cause disrupt.
So the unfortunate hand there with the not having like quite a dedicated support.
And I believe now, because UCL won that first game, Coops get the first pick now. So what will they prioritize as their first pick? Probably still one of the support defenders that are available. You don't want to give too much away if you pick your carry.
Yeah, I think depending on the bans, we could see maybe a Vaporeon, we could see a Snorlax. The Snorlax is very strong when you're missing the Vaporeon and the Blastoise.
And it's also another thing where if you've just seen UCL have so much like control with the Snorlax block combo with Heavy Slam, it's very tricky, because if you get an attacker and you manage to get the block pushing them towards your own team, you basically get a free kill. So will they actually decide to take the Snorlax so that they get rid of it from Alex, who is Grand Blue 92 on UCL, who played it last game? Or will they prioritize Vaporeon, as you say?
It could also be that they go straight for a strong jungle. If they care less about the defenders, they could try and take that Talon. They could try and go for something that the usual jungler is comfortable with.
That's a very good point, actually, because I forgot that I'm trying to remember their names, but not just the Discord aliases. Governor Coops, because he has a Talonflame in his back pocket, doesn't he? So is there an option where he could actually take a Talonflame off of Bluey from UCL, potentially?
So they've definitely had experience with junglers in the past. Many years ago, I remember them being very good at Greninja, though I feel they might be using some different mons nowadays.
To be fair,
You say that.
It's kind of had a resurgence lately because the buffs have made it a lot more like survivable as well. So Greninja's like, I think right now on Unite DB, I think it was like at 53-54% win rate, which is one of the higher ones. So he could take out the Greninja.
So our teams are all ready. We are gonna head back into the fray. So this time we will have our lovely Coops going first. So we'll start off with our ban phase with them. Hopefully, we'll find out whether I've done the settings right.
Looks like you got it right. They've got the Sarlacc ban.
Yeah,
Ooh.
going for the side up again.
No love for the duck. Or maybe too
No
much
love for the
love. Maybe that is the problem.
UCL for the Mew ban again. If you guys don't know, Coops has a very strong Mew player. Almost all of the tournament, they have been target banned with the Mew.
Looks like they're going for pretty similar bans to last time. Although UCL switching up now with the Empoleon.
Empoleon ban.
Oh, okay. So they actually banned Vaporeon instead of going for it first pick. They do leave Blastoise open. Maybe they're going to take Blastoise instead.
They are going for sort of trying to weasel what they want into first pick, and it looks like it's going to happen because they want to ban Cerulege.
No, that's Cerulege.
I'd be very surprised if they don't first pick the Blastoise here.
Yeah. They're probably scrambling for the switch now. I doubt they would actually want a Beanie first pick. Yeah, there we go.
Suppose that is part of the fun though in a tournament like this. Of if you get too good at one mon, you'll never get to play it again.
Yeah, you get target banned pretty easily when you know how each other plays. So
I'm sure you can say that yourself, Sigurus.
oh yeah, it's like literally out of what 7 sets, I think, because people know that I play Charizard like a fair amount. I've just been target banned a fair few times. But if it works, it works. It meant that I had to like figure out other monsters.
They're gonna do it. They are taking the Talon from Bluey as well.
Talonflame, and they stick with Dragapult too. So actually, Bluey can still play Machamp if it's for this comp. Although we've seen Green play Machamp last round, Bluey has a really strong Machamp who can take it into jungle as well. So
100%.
Rubik's sticking to Miraidon last game, and it looks like Green is going to stick with, well, not stick with, they're going to go back to their more trusted Blaziken, leaving the Machamp slot open for Bluey.
Ooh, looks
if
like
they choose to take it.
Looked like we were going to get a Hooper for a second. Maybe it will stay this time.
Yeah.
Maybe we will. It's
very
Espeon?
Espeon and Dragapult is an interesting combo. It's because again you've got 2 mages going at it. If they have a diver on their side, yeah, Zera's going to be very tricky.
It's a lot of sort of squishy characters aside from the Blastoise.
Very squishy. Yeah.
But whether that sort of more hyper offense will pay off, I guess we will end up finding out.
Yeah.
So Blastoise going to have to put in a lot of work just to make a front line.
Exactly. Umbreon's also got mean look in his drawer probably, so if he gets a mean look on Espeon or Dragapult or Talonflame, then that makes things very easy for the Zera to clean up after.
Well, they can just jump on it and demolish them. And even then, like, they get a mean look off on Blastoise, that Surf is going nowhere. He cannot follow up on that.
No, exactly. Umbreon's a very good counter pick into this team. I'll be interested to know whether it's Dragapult jungling instead of Talonflame now this time, or whether they switch around. Probably Talonflame top lane, and then Dragapult jungle.
Yeah, I think Dragapult is one of those Pokemon that really needs that first power spike.
Hmm.
Yeah, Droopy is not the most fun, I would feel.
No, no, not quite.
As adorable as it does look.
Yeah. So on top lane, we've got Latias and Blaziken on UCL. On Coop's side, we've got Talonflame going top. So Dreepy will be taking jungle. Zera's going through jungle on UCL side. And on bot lane, we've got Miraidon and Umbreon. Paired up with Blastoise and Espeon. So who's going to get the first scores in here? It looks like it's going to be Umbreon coming in from UCL. And they've actually got an early kill on Blaziken.
They're going to try and get that stuck in. That's risky.
They might be able to get this Talonflame pick as well now because of... Oh no, there's a good peel from Hooper.
Ooh, just got out.
Very
That bunny
died
will
to the lobby.
By hair.
Right, they've ganked opposite lanes. You see Bluey in top and Governor bottom.
I suppose making sure to support that critical defender is most likely going to be very useful.
Yes, getting him online will be very important.
You can probably leave Talonflame as well to get some early secure if they're on their own. But it looks like UCL will be going in for a push. They do die from the Blaziken, but they do clean up afterwards. So UCL making some scores to get the early game advantage. Dragapult's rotating through to the middle, and it looks like UCL might be going for an invade on their side. Quite a few people happening in this jungle area. There's 3 on Coop's side. UCL, they just need a Zera, and just like that, Talonflame is gone.
Zera gets out of there.
Ooh, no, gotta get the Dragapult. Yeah, there we
go. Get away on one. Very
Zera is
not
another
a very
level.
nice start for Coops.
No, it's very tricky when you've got level 4 still trying to get level 5. And then you've got just a rogue Zera running in with discharge.
It's very possible that the Zera just snowballs it from this point.
Yeah.
Everyone heading up for mid.
So the middle Regidrago, it looks like Zera's going to start making some hits on it, but also trying to gain positioning. So do they go in for an aggressive fight on their top lane before going for this rip? No, they're just going to rip it.
Rest of the team are keeping them off the objective, but it's easy rip.
Are UCL going to pay for this though? It looks like Umbreon might be going down here. Talonflame's still on half health, so they can't push in too hard.
Risky, yeah. Sort of even spread. Some bot, some top. It's unfortunate that one defender is currently split from the team.
And because of that, Zera is able to have initiation on this Regidrago on bot lane. With
big overview there from the Blaziken.
Clean up on top lane.
Oh, okay. Talonflame on half up again. He might actually go down to Latios Unite. Yep.
Espeon is playing a risky game.
People coming in to try and save them a little bit, and that leaves by a little bit of time before the rest of their side rotates up top. Dragapult finally gets their level 9 spike.
We do have the Dragapult online, but...
Is it enough? Already on barely any health coming in, and then Zera's gonna just clean up with a delicious Dragapult there too.
That is one dead Dragapult.
Yeah.
They are really getting the level lead on them now. You see both of the very heavy carrymons are racing ahead.
Where do Coops go from here? Because now I'm looking at this Zera and I'm thinking, okay, this person needs to go down to get any level advantage, like from comeback XP. So you probably want to isolate him in the end fight if possible. They are going to go for a push on the top objective, however. Umbreon using their Unite to get some more survivability, and that just deletes Coop's Blastoise coming in, but it might just be too late. This is a very dominant performance from UCL.
So I think, unfortunately, just with the one defender, they've got a very squishy team comp. As soon as that Zera gets in,
Yeah.
can't split it.
Umbreon taunting a little bit there, but I think the Blastoise is about to get stuck.
He might be able to survive a little. Oh, he manages to get a lock on Psyduck, but Psyduck does get out. Psyduck, not the Mon, but the player. And it looks like Hoops are going to reset, being on half health with no dedicated healer at the moment. Hooper not on portals. They are playing Trick to get some more burst from their attackers.
Giving up bot lane.
And it does look like Museo are going to push even further on this tier 1. Espeon going for a Hail Mary Unite there, but it might not be enough. And Umbreon's going to get a decent overcap in bot.
Hoops is slowly catching up on the levels, still a little bit behind. That score.
They are going straight top lane. With not the best of overcaps, but at this point you might need whatever you can to get the XP, even if it's through scoring.
They are ripping the objective. Well, Blaziken get there to secure one.
Ooh, no.
Not quite, but Blaziken is now isolated, and will they be able to get a pick on him? They managed to get a pick
late
from Umbreon as well. Umbreon might be going down here as well.
Lucky is walking in as well.
Okay.
This is a good time for Coops to get some more.
They are going to actually break this, it looks like.
And that is a really beautiful overcap.
Will they get punished for this?
It's risking it there. Almost goes down.
Blaziken could get rid of both of these. No? Hooper might survive, actually. Oh no, the focus pass.
It's really unfortunate. They will respawn in time. There is no pressure there.
Blastoise might be in a bit of danger here, though.
The
he
eject
manages to eject
is late to eject.
Zera tracing him down as well. Oh, he's going in for another surf.
He is getting out of there.
Yeah. Blastoise doing a very good job of just making sure they don't push into their jungle.
Looks like UCL going straight for the bottom objective.
Yeah, they've got very good positioning here right now. And I think Hoops recognise that, and they're just finding space on the map to get farm where possible. Not reveal their location too much. At least they know UCL are going to take that Regirock. But now they're setting up for the final fight, and it looks like they're going for some interesting round the back play with Talonflame flanking. Blastoise is already quite low, but he does get out. Talonflame and Zera.
Struggling with HP.
Oh, Talonflame actually goes down to the Zera.
And the Dragon
A little bit too early. And the Dragapult, yeah, this is looking very tough for...
UCL on pretty much full HP are looking quite solid in this, it feels.
Yeah.
There goes Espeon to the Umbreon. Proving
very
that
good
even
position
Unite
now,
types
and
are effective against Psychic, I guess.
Hooper does have to Unite, but...
Fence here. No rip.
Dragapult might be going down again. Yeah. It looks like UCL right now are just playing for picks instead of going for a rip on the objective. Which they can afford to do with the level advantage. Zera again going in for some more sneaky kills. But it looks like... Oh no, Talonflame's going for a Unite. But it was not enough. Yeah. And then Espeon's uniting, but...
Whoa.
I think UCL just push here, and then it's... Game of 3.
Dragapult trying to get the pick, but Zera is just there to catch him.
Hooper has a Unite ready, so will they go for some more back caps just to try and make sure that the team can have some sort of level advantage? He's not going to break the bottom objective, but it looks like with a 300-point difference, it's very tricky to come back from this with 10 seconds to go. And then meanwhile, UCL raining points at home.
Right, 20 is not going to do it.
No. UCL 2-0.
That is a very strong game from them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think what Coops had was a similar problem to last game where they didn't really have an answer for divers. They had Blastoise to harass them, but they didn't. But that's not really a mon that you that helps attackers. You'd want at least one all-rounder on your side to take some of the hits from someone diving in.
And we saw that really well with the Blaziken.
Yeah.
You get in there, take those hits, overheat, heal up, and still get out.
I wonder what happens now. Do UCL take first pick, or does it stay with Coops now that they've lost the second game? We're just getting some confirmation from admins. Okay, it looks like UCL are going to take the first pick again.
So UCL have the first pick again. And I'm interested to see, I mean, I'm sure we know the Mew ban is coming. I'm interested to see what Coops decide to do, because they've been sticking with the same sort of bans.
Yeah, they've stuck with the same bands, and they've tried to do the thing of, okay, we're going to take your best player's preferred mon in Talonflame, and we're going to stick with Dragapult anyway. Do they run that again, knowing that he can play Zera instead, or do they instead decide to target ban Bluey, but then come at risk of giving up a Blastoise or a Psyduck or a Vaporeon? Coops are going to need a very strong pivotal moment in this match if they want to come back down from 2-0, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right,
This
then.
could be...
Both teams are ready, so we will head into the third game. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, that's it. As you think, the Mew ban is up first.
Yeah, they really do respect Stromfel's Mew. So it's been worth a ban every single game so far. Likewise with Coops, they're going to stick with the Psyduck ban, knowing that a Psyduck is very competent on that mon. So it looks like very similar to before with getting rid of ban instead. So they will leave a defender open for UCL to pick up. And then Seru's been taken away. So both Greninja and Dragapult are open for Coops if they choose to go down that route instead. With Jungle. And then Suicune rounding off the rest of the bans. So now Bluey has free reign over Talonflame and or Zera. What will Psyduck pick first? They get the Vaporeon pick.
Vaporeon.
Makes sense.
Which is interesting, because now Blastoise is open for Coops.
Yeah. Or they act on it. Because I don't think there's any reason for UCL to play another Blastoise when they've already got Vaporeon, so you may as well pick it up.
Exactly. And it's just giving them free extra ammo if they do take it. Suddenly you've got a very free extra ammo if they do take it. Suddenly you've got a very bulky team that's hard to break.
Yeah. A little bit of what looked like a little bit of a panic from Espeon, but yeah, the second pick Espeon, interesting. So that gives UCL a little bit of info on what they're gonna pick up here. They're gonna go for Glaceon, it looks like. Probably playing bot lane with Vaporeon. And then Latios. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is hovering over Tyranitar.
Hmm.
No comfy pocket to keep them alive. Oh no, they've come back for.
We're switching it up. No two tarts today, sorry guys. An Armor Rouge.
This
and
is
the Gengar. No.
Armor Rouge and Slowbro, okay.
So it looks like Malik is choosing the last for them.
Yeah. They've yet to. So Gengar's jungling with Armor Rouge likely playing top. Likely playing top. Unless it could be the other way around. Governor and Malik switching it up every now and then during the tournament, with Governor taking jungle a little bit more. But now that Malik's not on Napoleon, it'll be interesting to see if he still sticks with that top lane Gengar.
I'd be very surprised if that came to it, but
yeah.
I'm not going to put it past them. Malik is crazy.
That's one thing about this team is like you can never really predict what they're going to get up to next. Like you can tell what monster they pick, but their level of macro and the way they move around the map is just so hard to telegraph. It's really impressive.
Now, I'm intrigued to see what set the Armor Rouge goes with, because as much as it is an attacker, it could be still relatively bulky for something like Zeraora to burst down.
We've got Gengar going through the jungle, and as expected, Blaziken top lane with Armor Rouge and Squirtle. So we've got 3 EVs and a Slowbro competing for this bot lane farm. Umbreon going in for an early stack. Oh no, Vaporeon, sorry.
Top lane.
It looks like UCL have gone for a little bit more of an aggressive push, and they get a pick on Latias with the autos from Armor Rouge.
Slowbro on bot lane is playing a bit risky.
Yeah.
Does get out.
Zera can come in as well. He's going to try and initiate on the Slowbro, but doesn't quite get the kill.
Looks like he's switching to top to get onto that Haunter.
Gengar has spotted the Zera. Blastoise is also providing vision for him.
It's a good stun. Doesn't get the Dream Eater on him.
Zera is going in for another. Oh no. He does actually start initiating the Gengar. Might be able to get the kill. Doesn't get the kill. And now that allows him to rotate down and get the middle farm as well. Blaziken very close to getting his level 5 spike. He might be able to get it off with this score.
Bot lane looking pretty even.
Slowbro again harassing the Vaporeon and Glaceon, just wasting their time. Allowing Espeon to get that remaining farm on their side.
Regidrago is up and walking down.
It does look like Zera will get there first. Gengar is the only person on Coops that can actually get involved in this, but it would be very risky to go in for a steal against the Zera and the Glaceon.
I'm thinking of it, but
yeah.
Does the sleep?
Oh, he actually goes for it. Oh no.
Risky.
Yeah. Zero discharge, especially, is very tough for Gengar because you're forced to like dive in with. I think it was. I can't remember if it was Hex or the move name, but yeah. Now it's very tricky for them to come back. So we're doing everything they can to try and waste time again, but it looks like this goal will go down or get left on 6. Looking for a few more points to get the perfect overcap potentially.
Meanwhile, top lane is harassing the Latias that is there. Coop's just going straight for top, giving UCL bottom.
Blastoise was on low health, but they managed to get their evolution, and it looks like they will reset. Vaporeon is rotating up from UCL on their side, but it's a little bit too late with Coops taking the objective. And it looks like Eliki might actually walk in.
Vanguard, get his Evo up. And the ult straight away. Get out of there.
Is he going to try and target the Zero? He is. He's going to go for it, and he takes it.
And he gets it.
Just before the Zero Unite managed to lock onto him instead. So this could be a pivotal moment for Coops. Gengar challenging Blaziken in the middle. It looks like he might be able to get another KO here.
Bot lane with a 7 overcap. Not amazing for them. Gengar barely surviving there.
Really surviving.
Nice.
Slower going for a Unite on Latias. Interesting.
Yes, Unite.
Anything to get the... They are quite under-leveled on Latias, so it's a free KO. Vaporeon's trying to go back to the top to protect it against Blastoise.
Pushing the farm over to their side.
Forcing them to try and come over to our side. So they don't play on pad. They are going to go for...
Catches the Zero. He's down again.
Yeah. Blaziken
are harassing the back there. Goes down. Keeps on pulling it back this game.
Yeah.
The Latias is lagging behind a little on levels.
And for the first time this tournament, actually, it looks like the jungler on Coop's side is slightly ahead of the jungler on UCL side in terms of XP. Now sharing the farm between Armarouge and Gengar for their buffs.
Looks like top Coop's goal is going down. 30 overcap. It's nothing to laugh at.
Only Blastoise, only Zero is on bot lane, allowing for Coops to take this Regieleki. Wait, oh no, that was the top lane objective. Yeah, okay. So Blaziken got the top lane objective. Coops going in for a push on bot lane, it seems. They get a sleep on Vaporeon, and they do get the KO. Zero going in for a Unite, and they do get the Unite on Slowbro, and he does go down. So we're doing a great job to get rid of that Zero on their own. Keeps playing it safe now. 4 minutes.
In jungle, I'm gonna get a bit XP.
Yeah. Armarouge gets out. Blaziken trying to challenge Armarouge and Blastoise here in the middle, with a Gengar as well for support. But Blastoise does retreat.
Coops are farming up as much as they can. You still lacking the farm a little bit to level up.
Gengar going for some pokes to try and get a sneaky KO. They might be able to get the Vaporeon KO here.
Down it goes.
Yeah.
Slowbro chasing off Latias. And a really nice overcap there. Now it is 3 minutes. How risky is this?
Oh, Espeon's going to go down to the Blaziken. Blastoise is coming back up to try and help out. Does get the sub
go down
with Armarouge to follow up. Pretty even numbers on top lane, it looks like. Espeon did go up, but positioning-wise, both teams seem fairly even. And now it looks like Gengar is trying to join the party as well. Are they going to get a pick on Vaporeon here before the final fight? Oh wow, Slobra's going in quite deep.
Looks like they're not going to get the isolated kill there, unfortunately.
No.
Trying to keep it off of the secure.
Yeah.
They could get the kill here now, and that is perfect timing for them. That is 13 seconds of respawn.
Coop's moving down as a unit together. They're going to see if they can try and get some more early kills with the numbers advantage.
Oh, the Latias ult from Gengar. He gets out.
Gengar using his Unite to survive, but Rouge gets the KO on Latias. Gengar
They get on the Glacier.
down.
Coops are ripping this objective, which is a confident thing to do while the Blaziken exists.
Especially with Zera there to take it.
And the Zera gets it.
Yeah. Again,
it's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Although they might be able to get some KOs to get revenge here.
They
and with the majority of their team alive, all they need to do now is get 2 scores.
Protect from the Zera. But Armory, the buff.
Armory with a buff. 2 people with a buff on their side. But it looks like Umbridge might be going down to the Latias Unite.
Very unfortunate. And Espeon 2. Slowbro trying to sort of piece his way. I think the only way Coops are going to make this is a full push together.
Yeah. And now that Slowbro has showed themselves to Blaziken, Blaziken will just go for a back cap. Because they know that.
But the Blastoise going back.
Going back and then going for a top lane defense.
Now, if Gengar is around to push this bot lane, they could make it.
20 seconds left. If they get some KOs here, there might be a chance, but it does look like Glaceon's there to help.
They are all there ready to jump on.
Yeah. And it looks like that is going to be UCL taking game 3 and your best of 5 set. UCL are your 2026 IELTS champions, it looks like.
And from the players, honestly, very well deserved. Very, very strong team.
Very dominant games 2 and 3. First game was a little bit more even, but they came round and done a really strong performance against this really good Coops side as well. Both teams get a lot of credit here. They did so much to get to this point.
And that game 3 was almost theirs. It's just the unfortunate Kyogre fight there.
Yeah. As soon as Gengar went in for some more KOs, but the Zero was still lurking about. It was pretty difficult to come back from that.
Goes to show how important the final objectives can be then.
Yeah, for sure.
Entirely. And even then, Coops really well fought that afterwards, got several kills and just couldn't make that final push.
Right then, I think on that note, that is all from us then, isn't it? So well done again to UCL for winning the 2026 Unite tournament. And I guess we will see you all hopefully next year. Anything else the rest of you would like to add?
It's really interesting to see how all the teams played, and I'm looking forward to what next year has to offer as well.
Definitely. I hope to see some very strong returning characters, and also to see how much the meta changes between now and then, because obviously the pace of Unite licenses is increasing. Loads.
Always changing. All
sorts of fun to have next year. Right then. With that, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you another time. Bye-bye.